What's going on, guys? JS Pyro here, and welcome back to Warframe. With Duviri literally right around the corner, literally coming out this month, I figured we'd take today's video to talk about where I'm at currently in Warframe. As some of you might know, unless you're new, last year I kind of fell behind quite a bit due to some life circumstances that made it quite difficult to play or make content in general around pretty much any game, and that includes Warframe. So I kind of fell quite a bit behind a lot of the newer endgame stuff. So for the last week, mostly, and for the last couple weeks in general, I've been taking the time to use a lot of my time to get caught up as much as I can with all the new stuff as possible. There's only so much I can do, obviously, considering some of this stuff is weekly and limited, and the daily standing cap is an absolute pain. But I did the best I could taking that time to get caught up, and I wanted to discuss that today in preparation for Duviri. So, obviously, we're going to be talking about spoilers. We're going to be talking about things in the game Warframe that if you're new or haven't completed the Nata, Second Dream, War Within, New War, Angels of Zariman, Veilbreaker quests, if you haven't done any of those, we're talking about major spoilers for the game. So, obviously, back out now if you don't want to get spoiled. With that out of the way, let us go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first thing you'll probably notice is that, yeah, I've decorated my ship quite more extensively than it was in the past. There's a lot changed, a lot different. So yeah, I've been grinding out that Zariman stuff when it comes to ship decorations, and I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm not done with my ship design yet, but in time, I'm hoping to get it done. Effectively, obviously, Floof Collection. Every Warframe player has to have a Noggle and a Floof Collection. You can't call yourself a Warframe player without a Floof Collection. I'm just kidding, obviously. You do what you want, but I still find it funny regardless. But yeah, new ship design, in my opinion, looks pretty cool. Got the master rank plaques up and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get into things. I did grind out the Zariman, since I fell behind on that. We are currently sitting at rank 5 in the Chrysalith, so we have pretty much everything in that. I've been doing the daily cap every day to try to get as much as I can done with the arcanes. But obviously, syndicates are all ranked 5 and almost maxed out for the next Prime, Prime access, so we can get those relics going. Cetus is still a little meh, and that's just because cross-save is coming, and I've already completed Cetus on my PlayStation, so when I combine those accounts, I'm assuming, or at least hoping, that my standing will carry over. I'm hoping that they'll just take the max standing number that you have per account and just apply that. So if you're rank 5 in Cetus on one and rank 3 in the other, it'll just take the higher number and apply it. I don't know how they're going to do it, but if they're not, we'll come back to this. But if they are, then there's really no point in me grinding this outside of what I need. So, no point in doing that. Necrolisk, I'm almost maxed out Mother. Same thing with Necroloid. I've already got the stuff I need from him, and I've already maxed him out on my PlayStation account, so when cross-save comes, I'm hoping it'll just auto-max. If not, I'll come back to it later, obviously. And Fortuna, this is pretty much the open world that I've completely neglected. No holds barred, I can't stand Fortuna. I love the world, I love the story, I love the characters, I love everything else about it. But I don't think I'm the only one that can say that, I'm not the only one who's complained about Fortuna and the tediously repetitive, obnoxious grind that it is. And can I just say one thing? Screw medical debt bonds. For the love of everything, screw medical debt bonds. Ouch. Regardless, though, I'm still going to work on Fortuna. I'm going to get it done. That's actually the last thing I'm doing. Because I do need to get the amp parts and some other things. But that's where my standing is in regards to that. When it comes to the Zariman, I did actually manage to pick up 3 Incarnon weapons, and can I just say, these are awesome. These are really fun to play with, especially the Latum. This thing is an absolute beast, and 2000% damage on non-critical hits. DE, what the hell? So yeah, getting a non-critical ribbon for this is going to be nasty. But yes, I got the Parallax. At first, I thought this gun absolutely was trash and sucked. And then I got, the perks done and the modding set up, and it's a beast. I take it back. It's a beast. But yeah.
Covered in blood.
Safe and sound.
Thanks, Ordis. Anyway, yeah, absolute beast. I'm gonna apply another format to this, probably in this slot somewhere, and that should be able to max out the rest of these mods. Anyway, but yeah, I got some new stuff. The Endem is pretty cool, pretty badass, but honestly, not as cool. But it's still pretty good, actually, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm still getting the other last two weapons. When it comes to arcanes, I'm still working on them. Again, at 10,000 standing a pop, for most of them, it is a little bit of a slow grind. But slow and steady. But we'll get there. But yeah. Anyway, cleaned up, obviously I mentioned I cleaned up my orbiter, so we got all that set up and everything. But yeah, Warframes, I did end up picking up Hildren Prime. Where are you? I'm just gonna type it in. There you are. It's pretty badass, you know. Anyway. She's pretty good. The way I'm running her right now, is with, let's see here, Chroma's subsumed.
Creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks.
I don't really subsume a lot of creatures, Samaris, so I don't know why you're thanking me for that. I really hate your grind, too. Kind of slows down the point of Warframe, having to sit there and scan things for 5 hours. Anyway, but yeah, the way I play Mommy Hildren here is pretty much, I think pretty much a standard way of playing her for most people, but it's effective and it works. But yeah, we have subsumed Chroma's ability on Mommy Hildren, Elemental Ward, and it's set to lightning for shield purposes. Of course, pillage. And of course, you have these build right here. This is the current build I'm running on Mommy Hildren. Still need to form her for Prime Sure-Footed so she doesn't get knocked down. But she's a tank. She can handle it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and spawn these bad boys and unpause them. And we just spam Blazing Pillage on the enemies. And as you can see, it's quite effective. Very effective. Oh, we got a survivor. Not anymore. But yes. Mommy Hildren, tanky as always. For the Parallax, there we go. This is the gun I said that I thought was absolute garbage, but I could never have been more wrong. It is an absolute monstrosity. Of course, with Revenant and Zada's Whisper. Gonna get a couple of headshots. Oh. There we go. And then we can just go to town on these level 130 heavy corrupted guns. And as soon as your arcanes get going, it pretty much one-shots everything. Absolutely nasty. Loving this thing. Of course, we have the Latum, and I'm going to show off the build for that real quick. I'm not done with these builds. I'm still working on them, but right now I'm just running a Lethal Torrent build. I'm still kind of working on this one. Needs more forma. Primary and second, do the Deadhead. Do the Deadhead arcanes, obviously, because you got to get headshots anyway. But once again, we're going to come in here and... oh, that's the wrong weapon. That would explain why. There we go. Now we go ham. And once again, this weapon absolutely murks. And come on now. There we go. Yeah, couldn't be more happy with the Latum. Really badass, really good secondary. And of course, finally we have the Endem, whatever you want to pronounce that crap. And again, it's just as much. It is just as good. Just gotta get it going, and it... Come on. There we go. But yep, pretty much, once again, absolutely goated weapon. Not as good as the others, but so far, still really good. Here's the build for that, obviously. The standard, stock standard build. I was gonna put Sacrificial Steel on here, obviously, at some point. But for now, I just want to do some formas. Regardless, those weapons, really, really nasty. Going back to the Orbiter. Now, since I did Angels of Zariman, I talked about the ship design, Veilbreaker. That's what it was. Okay. So now, let's talk about Veilbreaker. If we go over here to Call's camp, obviously I got that Call drip going on here. Beautiful stuff. And if we come to his friend Chipper,
I need to be stalling.
pretty much got everything done with that. I got the ship, I got the Furmas, I do have Cynex and the weapons, I do have all of the Archon mods. So pretty much rank 5 with that, pretty much done with that, just doing the weekly Archon hunts and getting the shards. Alright. And that pretty much covers that. And I did end up getting also Baruch Prime. Everyone loves Baruch Prime. Everyone loves the goated goat, the new Goat Boy. Well, soon to be Goat Boy when that skin comes out. But yeah, I've been running pretty much Archon shards for days on him, red ones for days. Critical melee damage, obviously, because why not?
Is it not, operator? Otis would enjoy purging this.
I still need one more, which should come out very soon, and then
sadly, this
should be able to finish him out.
Mass serves you and your warframes a necessary evil.
I really should turn Ortis off when I'm doing these videos. And of course, Helminth I did max out to rank 15, so we are pretty much goated on that. So all I really have left to do is finish out my standings for the open worlds, update my amps with the new Fortuna amp setups because I neglected that.
Putrid. This thing is responsible for biological functions of the orbiter. A strange design. Why would I be built?
Thank you. I made a lot of players happy with that. But yeah, all I have left to do pretty much is max out my standing for the other open worlds, grab the amp parts from Fortuna, and just continue collecting Archon shards and updating my my arcanes. But that being said, though, that pretty much covers the update on when it comes to Warframe in preparation for Duviri Paradox. I'm really excited for this update. As in my opinion, the Angels of Zariman update, they nailed out of the park. I cannot tell you how much fun it was grinding the Zariman. I don't know what changed. Maybe it's the fact that it wasn't open world and it wasn't super far apart and the timers weren't 500 years long. But whatever they did, it worked. And grinding the Zariman felt nice. It felt smooth. It didn't feel pretty annoying. I did hear something about like the Void Plume Crest being a little weird when it first came out, but they patched that to guarantee at least one every mission, which is perfect. Why, DE? Why do you not do this to Fortuna? Why aren't you updating Fortuna? They need to update Fortuna. I don't think I'm the only one with that opinion that they really need to go back and update Fortuna with the standards of, like, maybe, hell, Deimos. I would accept Deimos over the current system of Fortuna. And Deimos itself is a little rough, but it's better than Fortuna. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But, yeah. That being said, though, pretty crazy. Of course, Drifter appearance, gotta get that Drifter drip. I did hear they are bringing Drifter beards and some of the cosmetics over in the new update, which is fantastic. The Bishamo armor is one of them, so I've currently got my Drifter set up already, color scheme wise, to match my operator, as I do actually quite like this look here for my operator. So as soon as that Bishamo pieces come in, I'll be able to do that and look pretty fly. But that being said, though, just really excited. I do need to start grinding focus. I have neglected the focus schools just because the daily standing cap was obnoxious, and personally grinding the open worlds for arcanes and standing was just not something I really fell in love with. I personally just did not find it very fun. I'm not saying that you can't have fun or that you didn't enjoy it, but I personally did not enjoy that grind. But with the Zeramon being out and the fact that I actually enjoy playing it and all the things I can get from it, I've been using that as a means to grind focus. And so for now, though I'm behind, I'm actually slowly working on getting this caught up. I am really far behind on the focus schools. And I need to fix that. But again, it's just grinding the focus the old-fashioned way was not fun. There's only so many times I can enter Elite Sanctuary Onslaught before I get bored out of my absolute mind, just standing there with Saren, killing everything, and just waiting for the number to pop up. I don't know. Personally, for me, it was just not a fun thing because it was just tedious. But Zeramon makes it a lot more tolerable. Slower, but tolerable and fun, in my opinion. And I actually enjoy... You actually can, grind fairly efficiently without, just standing there mindlessly. But yeah, that being said, though, that pretty much covers all of the updates that I have for you guys on where I'm at with Warframe, I believe. Still working on getting caught up, but we'll get there. Not that it will matter for Duviri in the end, because it's, as far as I understand, it's Drifter-only gameplay for the most part. But there are some more things here, and I'm assuming that the level will be tanked down for newer players, because it's going to be apparently a new start for Warframe, which is crazy. I don't know how that's going to work, but I have alternate accounts set up and ready to go so that we can play through it as a veteran, as a returning player, and as a brand new spanking player. So when that drops, we'll be able to do all 3 playthroughs and see how that adjusts or what changes or how that actually works. But that regardless, really, really looking forward to grinding out Duviri. Later this year, I do want to actually do some things. I don't want to set it in stone yet, because I don't know how my schedule is going to be. I don't know how life is going to be. But if everything works out, I actually do want to start a brand new account on Warframe and from the beginning. I know that sounds crazy, but I actually want to attempt a free-to-play through as well as a walkthrough guide. I have yet to actually do a full-blown, full-bore playthrough of Warframe on my channel. I mostly just react to the quests and story stuff. But I do actually want to go in and actually make a full-on, step-by-step walkthrough of playing through Warframe, all the planets, where we're going, what we're doing, and doing all that at some point. Because I actually really enjoy playing Warframe. It's a lot of fun. And I actually feel like it'd be a lot of fun to go back and see just how much has changed and what it feels like to really be a new player again. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Also, I want to start working on guides and tutorials again. I tested that with a few videos I made previously. I made a couple of guide videos to test the waters and see where that was. Some people really liked them, found them to be very helpful. So I actually want to delve deep and get more into that. So I've been learning a lot for new players. But that being said, though, don't want to set it in stone. I still want to do lore videos at some point as well. Like I said, just last year was crazy. I actually did end up actually creating an intro for a lore video a long time ago that just never got to see the light of day due to certain factors. Let me actually grab that real quick, and I'll bring it up here. And let me just...
It began long before us. We who now live our perfect and dull, endless lives. It began long before these moon palaces and body markets hurling around our golden sun. It began long before our light coil thinkers, our radiation wars, our oil smoke. It began with us, the continuity and its twin, wanderlust. The need for unseen shores deep in our marrow. No judge, jester, queen, or king can escape this old blood. We are nomads, eternal. And when no ocean, mountain, or sky could contain us, our gaze hungered starward. Afar, they mocked us with their brittle light, winking and jeering like dangling iotons, forever out of reach, illuminating the truth. Immortal as we are, we die with the sun. That's where I come in.
Now, obviously, that was just a prototype. I actually wasn't sure if that was going to keep... That's just, like, the starting version. If you guys like it, I'll keep it, but that was actually going to be the intro for one of the first lore videos I was doing. But things got in the way and I just never got to finish it. Let me know if you guys want me to keep that intro for the video or if you want me to reinvent it. I don't know. Regardless, that was just a prototype, but I figured I'd share it anyway, because why not? But that pretty much is it. I want to do 3 playthroughs, I want to do guides, I want to do lore videos, I want to get going on this, especially now that Warframe is entering a new era of Duviri Paradox. I think there's a lot of old stuff that deserves to be explained, deserves to be handled, so that new players jumping in for Duviri and beyond will actually be able to, you know, follow along with the rest of us Warframe players, be able to understand the things that we, you know, as players have understand since the beginning. And so that's why I want to get into that. Again, not set in stone yet, but I do want to get to it at some point. But that being said, that pretty much covers everything in preparation for Duviri. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm excited to get into Duviri. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to Duviri as well. And I will see you guys all in the next video here very soon, hopefully. Peace.